What is up, Dreamedia family? This is Zach, and welcome back to another episode. Today's episode is going to be extremely exciting. We are introducing, finally, the brand new Marantz AV10, which is a 15.4 channel processor. This is nuts, guys. Let's get into this unboxing. Dude. All right, guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am to open this thing up. The brand new Marantz AV10 preamp. Stay tuned for my future episodes. We're gonna be opening up the AV10 as well, the companion piece to this beauty. Let's open it up. Double boxed, I like that. Let's open up another one. Oh, so beautiful. All right, we got our Marantz labeled accessory box here. See what's inside. Got a quick start guide. We have our HEOS music. If you guys haven't checked this out, it's like Sonos, but built into your AVR. Multi-room streaming. Awesome. Must have. We got some antennas for Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. We have batteries. We have a remote. Very beautiful, elegant remote. Has this gold ring around there. Gold Marantz. Very pretty. And underneath here, we have our labels, FM and AM antennas, our Odyssey setup mic, power cord, Odyssey setup mic. This is for calibration. All right, guys, we got it out of the box, finally, and now my favorite part. We're gonna take the tape off, yeah! Ooh. Oh, yes. Look at this beautiful, beautiful unit. Ooh. All right, let's check out the front panel. Starting from the left, moving to the right, we have the power button. Right next to that, we have the input rotary style selection option. And then over here on the right, we have our volume. And then the classic Marantz circle, which will display simple things such as source and volume level. Down here, below the drop-down plate, we have some more advanced options. I really like that Marantz has built this into their flagship AVRs because sometimes we gotta work in a rack and we just want some hard buttons and a display where we can see what's going on inside of the unit without actually looking at the display, which could potentially be in another room. All right, so over here, starting on the left, we have our Pure Direct. We have below that the Zone 2 on and off. So you could just come in and turn that on and off, say as an example for like a pool table room, or if you were powering up additional zones like your office or kitchen or patio, you can quickly come in here without having to grab the remote or the app and just turn that zone on or off, as well as select the source for that zone. And the same thing follows for Zone 3. We have Zone 3 on and off and Zone 3 source selections. And then above it, we have Pure Direct, MMAX, status, and dimmer selections. Right here, we have our setup microphone port. That's for the Odyssey calibration. We do have a 5-volt, 1-amp USB connection here on the front. And then we have our info buttons, back buttons, option buttons, setup options. This will take you into the detailed menu where you can do like level calibration and all the fun stuff, HDMI setup. And then I love how they have the option for hard buttons right here for left, right, up, down, and enter. And then we have a phono port here on the right-hand side for my high-end headphone users. And then don't forget this beautiful brushed front plate that is new this year with the whole Cinema line, starting from the Cinema 40, moving up through the 50, 60, and 70 Cinema models. All right, so now let's move on to the back side of the panel where all the magic happens. Look at this absolute beauty of a processor. We'll start at the left-hand side of the unit and move our way right across the top section towards the right. Top, we're gonna have our Bluetooth and Wi-Fi antenna antennas. You just screw these puppies right in for connection to Bluetooth on your phone or connecting the unit to Wi-Fi. If you don't have a network connection, we do always recommend hardwiring your connections through the network port here on the rear of the unit if at all possible. We have our digital audio ins 1 through 4. We have coaxial as well as optical, 2 of each, and they are pre-labeled CableSat, media player, TV, audio, CD. As an example, you would use this for taking audio out of, say, a CD player that doesn't have eARC built in, or ARC, which is audio return channel for HDMI cables. Our network connection, and then we have HDMI in 8K ports. We have a total of 7 here across the top, and they're all 8K DHCP 2.3 assignable ports. CableSat, media player, Blu-ray, Game 1, Game 2, aux1, aux2, and you can change the labels to those, and a lot of the labels will just automatically change as you make your connections to your devices. So if you plug in an Apple TV and say your media player changes over automatically and displays the room that the Apple TV was labeled, don't be alarmed. We have our HDMI outs that are also 8K ports, DHCP 2.3. We have our main monitor 1, ARC and eARC port to get you the full Dolby Atmos, highest resolution of audio playback. Then we have our zone 2, which is only a 4K port, and our monitor 2 port. And let's move over here to the left-hand side. We have our signal ground connection, and then we have audio ins for our phono, and that's left and right analog. We have an antenna, FM connection, and AM connection. I'm honestly shocked that they even still put these on units these days, because I don't know anybody that's using AM, FM, but you know, it's there if you want it. We have audio in assignables for a CD player. Say it's an older unit and it isn't even outputting in optical. A lot of the old hi-fi units have this type of connection. You would make it right here. They also have the option for XLR audio inputs, which is gonna give you even better quality audio for all my hi-fi guys out there. Then we have CableSat, aux, media player, and aux2 analog connections for audio in. And again, all of these are assignable. Right above, we have our unbalanced pre-outputs for zone 2 and zone 3. So let's talk about this a little bit. What this means is it's not balanced, meaning an XLR connection, which is a more premium way of making your connections and the only way that I'm going to recommend you guys make your connections. With that said, say you wanted to utilize the full potential of this processor, you could also send pre-outs to additional amplifiers for zone 2 and zone 3 through those analog out ports. Moving on, we have DC outs, our triggers, which is a 12 volt, 1 and 2. What that's going to do is send a signal out to whatever, anything that you would like to turn on when the device turns on. A lot of that now is also going to be packed into eARC, HDMI CEC, which is going to automatically trigger things to turn on. We have flasher inputs, IR, amp control 1 and 2. That would be to send the signal out to your external amplifiers. In future videos, I'm going to show you how to do that with the AV10, which is going to be the next video. So stay tuned for that. We have the remote control in and out options there. We have RS-232C right here, and then we have unbalanced pre-outs for all of our subwoofers. So 4 independent sub control. That was big this year for Marantz, guys. The 7706, which was our prior flagship preamp, did not have that ability. And in addition to the unbalanced pre-outs, we have balanced XLR pre-outs right here, 1 through 4, which is just extremely impressive. Okay, so down here on the bottom, we have all of our unbalanced pre-outs and our balanced pre-outs. Let's talk about some different applications and ways that you could configure this. Technically, you have a total of 15.4 channel processing enabled. So 4 subwoofers, we'll just count that out. You could do a maximum of 4, minimum of 1. All right, so let's talk about maximizing the potential of this system. you could do a front left, front right, center, surround back, front wides, and then a full height channel system. So you could do a 9.4.6 if you really wanted to max out the full potential of this system. That would be 6 overhead Dolby Atmos speakers and a total of 9 bed layer. Now, you could also do this in a different configuration. You could say do a 7 dot, however many subs you want, call it 1 or 4, and you could do a 4 Atmos. So that would be a 7.4.4 Atmos system, which would still be killer, but that would only use 11 channels of processing, and there's 15 enabled. So then you could go unbalanced pre-out and power up a whole kitchen and patio, or say your game room, or a lot of my guys that have basements. You could power up multiple other zones throughout your basement for, say, the kids room, the pool table area, the bar area. Just gives you tons of flexibility for how you would like to configure this. And keep in mind, this unit does have Denon HEOS built in, which gives you multi-room streaming and the ability to pipe audio anywhere into those zones that you would like, similar to Sonos. I'm a big fan of HEOS, guys. It's a great software and it comes built in at no additional cost with all Denon and Marantz AVRs. All right, Dreamedia family, that is a wrap on my quick walkthrough of the brand new Marantz AV10. Keep in mind, coming up next is going to be the Marantz AV10, which is the companion amplifier that goes with this 15.4 channel processor. I just can't believe what the world of audio has come to. It is absolutely mind-blowing, but this is what it's all about. I mean, taking that immersion to the next level. You know, we were doing 7.2.4 for a while, and that was amazing. Then we jumped up to 7.2.6. Now we're looking at 9.4.6. Every year it just keeps getting better. And keep in mind, this has all the best of the best video technologies built in for the full 8K ports, DHCP 2.3, eARC, all the goodies, as well as every single processing capability built in, from Dolby Atmos to RO3D and IMAX Enhanced, and don't forget that Denon HEOS. All right, guys, well, that's all I got for you. Keep in mind, we are your go-to nationwide supplier for everything home theater related. We ship throughout the entire country and have preferred installers in 28 different states at this time that can help you get it put in. This is a pretty intense processor, so don't be scared to give us a call and get hooked up with a local pro, because if you're not doing this every day, it can be overwhelming. But for all my enthusiasts out there in my DIY community, as well as my pros that tune in, I'm gonna be doing a detailed step-by-step setup guide on how to configure this processor with the AV10 and set it up in my home theater here. I hope that you guys are enjoying this content. If you like it, give me a big thumbs up and make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. Till next time, this is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater. Thank you for watching.